The following video is proudly presented by MightyOxTrading. All information contained in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Good morning. Welcome to MightyOxTrading. Please hold for the... I see I have one other issue here. As trading views not showing up. Hold on. Tried to change a couple settings last night and it looks like I screwed up everything. Which is par for the course for me. Come on. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. Obviously, I did not because I am screwing up. Streamlabs, come on, show up. Gah. Oh wow, nothing's showing up. Hey, there we go. Yay! There we go. There's Trading View. Now, let me just finish a couple of things. Yes. Great Monday so far. Hope everyone's having a great day. Okay, one more. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready. Not really. Hold on. Gotta get the chat in place. Hold on. There we go. That's in place. Now I think we're ready. So, overnight. Had a tighter range on. What did I do now? Where did my yellow lines go? Oh. Yeah, there we go. So, we hit a high of 12,045. And we hit a low of 11,865. That's about 180 points of range. Kind of tight on NQ. Tried a couple times to get about 12,000. Sustained it for about an hour before falling back. ES. Got up to 1955, a low of 1911. So about 44 points of range there. Kappa. Hanging around its SMA line. About 120 ticks of range. Gold. Been grinding up most of the night, you see? Pulling back a little bit now to the SMA. Looks like about 21 points of range. And Q sending us a signal here. Make sure I took that. Short signal, try to come down. See if it gets back below that 1921. We're at 1924, which is a good year. Looks like it is. We're going to jump in real quick with 2MNQ. And we'll see how that goes. We'll watch that as we continue to look through the night. UltraBond. High of the day was the opening candle. 115, 10. I'm sorry, 158.10. Then 127, 156.27, about a point and a half range. And crude oil, low 109.51, hit a high here, no bubble. Just under 112. So about 2.5 points of range. Oops. And last but not least, you can see natural gas has been coming down. At just under 200 ticks of range. So that's where we stand now. And we're in an MNQ trade. Let's see how things roll. I tried to adjust the setting on Streamlabs last night, and I messed up everything. And I thought I had fixed it, and then when I went to go live, it wasn't fixed. So that's why I was a little late. Still running a little late. It looks like NQ is continuing to come down for me here. Kind of sitting here at 11.914. We're about 8 points into profit here. See that we're starting the day down just slightly. By slightly, I mean $240. TCP, about 39. Hey, old Linux, how you doing? Q chat to pop back up, back above my entry. Can everybody hear me okay, or did I screw up everything? Ooh, stopped out. Big burst up. So not a good way to start the morning. So maybe we found the bottom here. If I had gotten in on these short signals as I was trying to set up the stream, things would have been better. But stop out. No biggie. I'm doing alright. Was doing better before that stop out, but hey. Thank you. I wasn't sure of everything I might have screwed up while trying to adjust things last night. There we go. So I've set up a whole bunch of alerts on 15-minute charts to start watching the 15 minutes. See, the 15-minute charts provide some accuracy. Of course, that wouldn't have been good, but this short signal here have been great on NQ. 26-point pullback. Of course, this is in the middle of the night, but then a big candle down. 72 points. This would have been a beautiful move off those short signals. NQ's trying to send a long signal here. We'll wait on that now. Good morning, Andrew. How was your weekend? I'm going to really quickly eat some breakfast that's in front of me, so I'll mute for a minute or two. Kind of leveled out here for now. I think he did send a double long signal, but just not the spot that I'm looking for it. Crude. Crude sending a long signal as well after it came down off that short signal. It came down, looks like about 56 ticks. NQ pulling back again. So it came up just enough to stop me out, and maybe heading back down after I bounce off that SMA. There we go. I now have TICKSTRIKE for NQ and CL up at the top right-hand corner of the screen. So another short signal coming here on NQ. I don't know if I should trust it. The low of that move before was 11,909. We're at 11,914. CL popping up. YM. Yep. So there you go. So that's kind of frustrating how it came up, burst up there, that 11-point candle, went up a total of 18 points, stopped me out. Now coming down, should have grabbed that first short signal, but it made me hesitant. And now this candle came down almost 15 points. Probably gonna get my profit target. ES also setting a double short signal. Its low was 39.30.5, reached this recent low. We're about 6 ticks above that. So how was everybody's weekend? YM. Looks like NQ is going to continue to try to head down here. Pretty good bounce. I mean, not really a bounce, but kind of a bounce off that SMA line. So yeah, I should have been just willing to hang in there because you can see how it came up above that SMA on the 15. Reversal candle there, then this candle down. Jumping in here was right as I was trying to get the stream going. It's come down about 36 points. Hey, Diaz family. How was Jamaica? Good morning, Matt. So watching, this is kind of consolidating in this area. I'm going to finish my eggs, try and get myself into the right chair position, which I was rushing around and didn't do. And I need to find TICKSTRIKE. I have it on my computer here somewhere. I hear it, but I need to be able to see it. Oh, never mind. There they are. I forgot about that. Awesome. Sounds like a great time. Just trying to pop up. Eggs are gone. I just need a drink. Need to take a couple supplements. And we're good to go. And congratulations on 15 years, Diaz. We are looking like it just bounced off that SMA again. But struggling to get down below 1900. I mean, yeah, 1100. Yeah, yeah, it's Monday, all right. 11,900. There we go. Not easy for me to say. How you doing today, Matt? How was your weekend? Crude oil coming down. You see, I made another. Also, I made an adjustment here. I moved crude into this fourth window spot here, so now I have ES, NQ, gold, and crude all in one window, which is the main four things I do. Fun, fun, fun. You really know how to have a good time. Okay, sorry, was distracted for a second. Back up to the SMA line, so it's not coming down like I think we're ready to head back up. Boom, boom, up, down, up, down, up. There's the long signal. Not sure I'm ready for it yet, though. I mean, we do have a white line, but right back down, so it's trying to flirt with that long there, but rejection day. Looks like this might be a harder price action day to deal with. God, I changed the sound in crude oil, and this is a horrible sound for a tick strike. Try to differentiate from crude and gold versus and hue, and that sound's just gonna get on my nerves too much. They need a few more sounds, or I'll let you put your own. Be awesome if you could put like some sort of music on it. Well, it looks like we are trying to head up here. Kind of leveling out with the bands. Top of the hour here. Crude popped up there. 13 ticks. Ooh. So you see a bunch of things popping. Got this gold came up 1.7. Crude came up 26. Pulling back again. It's ready to jump in there, but I don't know about it right there. Maybe I should have jumped on gold though. Gold's continuing to head up, as is crude. I don't know. Still getting a handle on this morning's price action. So I should have jumped in that NQ. I wasn't sure, though the white line was there, but it's up 10 points. Slightly hesitant this morning. Watching my 15-minute charts as well. Have been a nice move on gold, platinum. Charts. So we'll get something eventually. Yep. Definitely should have grabbed this long. Could have grabbed anything here. Now we gotta get in the game. Let me get my chair in better position here. It's better. So you can see how this is a kind of a weird pattern. It came down, then this kind of diagonal up from here. It's trying to regain everything it just lost. That's why I was hesitant there. Okay. Good morning, Joe. How are you? To whomever is the new subscriber, thank you if you're here. I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, love to have you join the herd. So we see ES sent us this long signal. It pulled back by about 3 points and then went about 6 points up. So these little pullbacks would have killed me. Oh, look at copper go. Copper. Wow, look at copper go. That's up about almost 600 bucks. NQ. So NQ is my missed opportunity this morning. This long signal. It's already up 33 points. How you doing today, Joe? Copper just made a new daily high. It's also hitting right up against that Bollinger on the RSI, indicating a possible pullback. RSI is above the Bollinger. We'll watch that, see if it pulls back. It already looks like it's pulling back a little bit. Trying to work on those reversal plays as well. short signal there on the yen. I should have taken that if I had seen it. I missed it. Yen signals are very good. I have not ever taken a trade on the yen, but I'm not opposed to it. Pulling back here to the SMA line. Hit a high there, 1955, pulled back all the way down to 36 so far, so about a 20-point pullback, give or take. Gold pulling back as well. Pull back there on the pound. So that would have been a beautiful play on the yen. I gotta be more proactive there. I don't have enough screen space. So waiting for my next opportunity to not miss it. Easier said than done. Watching the 15-minute charts for crude and gold for the TCP. I got $39 on the TCP last night on this move on crude. Should have got more, but I chickened out early. But looking to this gain a little bit here and there on that TCP to get it out of trouble. This move on natural gas would have been absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Actually, that's a new daily low right as I'm speaking. Short signal there came down 200 ticks. It's a $2,000 move. Check on news this morning. I guess I should do that. Financial juice. $8:30 Chicago National Activity Index. I have no idea what that is. And at noon we have a Fed speaker. Other than that, nothing today. Tomorrow at 9:45 we have U.S. S&P Services PMI Flash. No idea what that is either. Oh, tomorrow at 12:20 Powell speaks. On Wednesday at 2 p.m. FMOC meeting minutes. That's always a biggie. We won't be streaming for that. And we have a durable goods report at 8:30 that day. So that's how the week looks so far. Absolutely, Joe. Thank you. Bouncing there. Off of that SMA, sending another long signal. Want to see it get back above 11,955 or 11,945. Should notice less alerts popping up on the screen, getting in the way. I just have alerts now for these four core products, mainly just so when I'm away, I can pop back over. I have an alerts log on the side here, and now I do have alerts on all the 15-minute charts, but I have them coming to an email instead of popping up on screen. I just need to keep remembering to look at the email. Gold trying to pop back up as well. Recent high. 63.2, 63.3. It is sending the long signal there. Maybe a nice bounce off that SMA. And it went away. Good morning, James. How are you doing? And Q trying to come back up here. Bands are kind of closing in. Those bands are about at this. That first band is just about at the recent high. Need to see it bend. Bend it like Beckham. No idea. And folks, if you're enjoying this stream, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps the channel grow. Grow. Not sure why it sounded like Dracula. Was not intentional. Natural gas on the 15-minute chart. Trying to send a long signal there. It seems like a nice bounce. Exhausted on that candle. See the long wick there, and then two green candles in a row. And would have been a nice bounce play. Gonna continue to start looking more and more at those 15-minute charts and less at the 1 minute. So, I'll keep the core 4, but So is it going to bend those bands? You can see here, we hit a high of 1955 here, a recent high, not a daily high. And came down to the SMA line, bounced, came back up, down, bounced again. Now just hit 1954, I'm sorry, 11954. We have these bands that are kind of down trending. This is why, even though we fired a long signal here and we're back up to right around that price there, I'm not taking that trade. I need to see it pushing that up, pushing these bands up, pushing this back up before I jump in here. Although tick strikes are clicking. Click it and tick it. Gold. 14 tick candle up. Let's take a look at that. You can see our recent high there is 63.3. We're at 63, just hit 63.2 again. We've hit this area twice, several times now. It's trying to push through. That's a big candle. But you can see here, we consolidated in this area back here. We hit a high of 64.3 and it came and whooshed down afterwards. So we need to be careful that we don't double top. Don't run into that same resistance. Say, whoop, whoosh back down. Whoosh. Technical trading term. Crude oil did send us a short signal here, kind of in a squeeze area. See 7 ticks down and then bounce back up. So gold did have that big candle trying to entice me, ran up against that resistance, came down, and you see it's already starting to turn blue on the SMA. We'll see what happens. Crude, looking like it's bouncing here, might want to continue to head up. Need to see it get above 111.47. Then maybe a retest up to 111.78. Or can reject off that SMA line and continue heading down. And Q sending a short signal here. You can see we're kind of tight here. Band is, I mean, the SMA line is still white. Ow. Gold, meanwhile, is sending a short signal. This is gold on the 15. They're rising up, maybe trying to come back down to the SMA again on the 15. Did have a pullback on the 5. Gold. So do I grab this here? Yeah, probably already late. I'm taking a chance on the gold. I'm a little late on this. So it's probably not going to work out. Yeah, it's already turning against me. Wow. Oh, trading views frozen. What the heck? Frozen in that last can. There we go. Thank you, trading view, for catching up. Oops. Try that. There we go. Q coming down. YM coming down. Both sending a short signal there. Let's see, I think gold's going to end up stopping me out. There it went. Not a good day today on the Gauntlet account. I can't get anything right this morning. Let's try this NQ. 2MNQ. Yeah, gold came up just enough to stop me out and right back down. So it looks like it's a wider stop morning. I guess I need to go to M micros. It's a nice move down. We'll continue. Can we come back down to 1901? That'd be nice. Oh, struggling here at 1920. Quiet crowd this morning. Everyone's still waking up from the weekend. Everybody working toward the weekend. Oh, wait. Here we go. Nice move down here. Down to 1914. Bit of a bounce. Bounced right back up to that 1920 area. So gold, that trade's working out as well. Just stop me out first. Hey, Southside player. Bouncing here. Maybe curling back up. And Black Beauty. What do they allow you to trade on it, scriptwriter? Coming down here, nice velocity, stops, move to break even. Heading down toward 1900 again. Let's see if it, I mean, yeah, 1900, 11,900. Let's see if it can get down there. TICKSTRIKE is lighting up majorly. Gold dropping as well. Everything is quieting, now quickly quieted right here at 1907. Let's see. Stops moving. Gonna move my target up to 1900, I mean 11,900 even. No, no, no. I wasn't like that. I was asking what they do allow you to trade on it. And I'm in the middle of the trade. I'm not trying to ignore scriptwriter at all. I just commentate the trade first. Stops actually for five points into profit now, Leonardo. Okay, we hit one and heading down here further, or trying to. We broke 1900, but popped back above it. We're out with one, trailing with another. So, scriptwriter, do they tell you what you are allowed to trade? Is there a list somewhere? Now, gotten 30 in profit here on this MNQ, trailing now by 5. $89, $82, where the next resistance? We're out of the trade, but we hit a low of 92, so we just hit that, close to that area. Out of that trade. Let's see if it continues to come down, but we got our win. Let me check the stats on it. So I took that loss on Crude right before that. So that loss took care of the Crude loss. That win took care of the Crude loss, kind of break even. We got in at 19. I'm sorry, 11,927. Out at 900 on one for 27, and out at 898 for for 29 and 27. 58 and 54, $102 on that trade. And somewhere here, there we go. I agree. It is deceptive, and we need to start calling them out. So what do they allow you to trade, scriptwriter? Just like NQ or what? It'll pop back up above 900. All right. So, scriptwriter, have you sent in an support or a question about why you can't trade Crude? You see, gold came down here on the 15. We were watching it come down, broke that SMA line, just kind of hanging there. Platinum is sitting on its SMA line. Silver did that same move. Gold's continuing to come down. So even though we did well in that trade, gold is a better trade. It just stopped me out first. And if I jumped in late on that position. If I jumped in right off of here, I got in toward the bottom of that candle instead of the top. You can see 1 point would have been enough if I had gotten in at the right time, and it's come down almost 5 points. Just about everybody is. Earn a Trade doesn't have anyone in on the weekends. Scary fact is that on the weekends that I'm like their first line of defense on the Discord, and I'm only an unpaid mod. There's like nobody around. Me and CFT. CFT goes to bed early, so I get all the late night people. And keep popping up with a long signal, but definitely not taking that there. Just kind of hugging that ATR multiple line. Just touched it at 3 different minutes. ES. Also trying to pop up. Did send a long signal there. Pull back. Yeah, well, I mean, yes and no. I do kind of agree, but the thing is, I mean, futures trade 22 hours a day. You know, almost every company doesn't have 24-hour support. I'm not sure of any that do. Earn a Trade support, I think, goes offline at 5 Central. Doesn't come back on till 1 a.m. Central. Good morning, Rebecca. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Gold popping back up to the SMA line. And crude popping above the SMA line. Once you pop, you can't stop. Now all is quiet on the Western Front. YM. Hello, Lost Tribule. I'm going to call you Lost, because I'm not sure how to pronounce that right. Baby T, 1988, welcome. Hello, B. Livingston. Couple names there I don't recognize. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome if it's not your first time, but if it, we're hanging right around VWAP on ES, so I didn't even check the VWAP on NQ. VWAP. VWAP. We're hanging right below VWAP on NQ. Gold. Right on VWAP on gold. How about that? Well, I mean, they've had the ones that have been around a while have a reputation for paying and all that. Uh, there's always some sticking points, and that's true of any company in any industry, honestly. That said, I don't know how much business sense is behind some of the people that found these things. I don't know if they just throw stuff together real quick. Some of these websites have looked like they've copied others. Like I think it's TickSTRIKE that looks like it copied bits of Bolinox and bits of Apex. So I definitely don't trust the newer companies as much as or as quickly as some of the other people do. Like I'm, Rod Casilli, who I think is a great trader and obviously knows the industry, seems to be very quickly to trust new companies. Whereas I'm a little bit more skeptical, and I know CFT is too. For those new names that I saw, hope you're enjoying the stream, and if you are, I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button, join the herd. And Q came up to the SMA line and is again bouncing off of it. Hello, stay true. Terry, good morning, welcome. Glad to have you. Short signal firing on NQ and ES. We hit a low of 1892, or why do I keep saying 1892? 892. Back down under 900. Got these bands that needs to bend. Needs to be a band bender. I don't know. No idea why I just sang that. Not at all. Doesn't even remind me of any like song. So Heartbreaker, band bender. I don't know. Definitely sending a short here. Do I wait for it to break resistance, or do I just jump in and knee deep? That's always a conundrum. Conundrum, I say. Conundrum. Let's watch it. We'll watch and wait. Silent there at 96. So there's the bounce again on that same support, 1892. And there's the bounce. Big move back up by 10 points. Now it's sending a long signal. A little bit of bipolar. Hanging right on that SMA line. And back down. Yeah. Gold squeezing here, trying to also come back up or down. Can't really decide which way it wants to go. Waiting to see whether NQ here breaks resistance. Checking on some other charts here real quick. Yep. There's the break of resistance. That broke resistance and bounced just as I jumped in, of course. See if it continued to come down. It didn't really break. I mean, I guess I should have waited for it to break. It went down to 11,889. And as I hit that mark, that order button, I remember we had resistance at 889 and 882 back here. So I deserve to stop out when it happens. It's definitely in a area here of congestion. So we're about 37 minutes until the bell. 7 minutes till the top of the hour. Good morning, Ace. How are you doing? How was your weekend and how's that finger doing? Hey, the world above. And I got stopped out. I deserved that. Awesome, Ace. Glad to hear it. Just kind of hanging here right around 11,900. Good morning, CBR. Good morning, Flocka. So gold continues to crumble down. Just broke VWAP. And the walls come crumbling down in the walls. UltraBond's making a new daily low. Big candle down there. Crude. Hanging mid-range. Yep. So looks like NQ. Oh, look at that. NQ sent me a short signal on the 15-minute. And I should have grabbed it. I tried to, but it stopped me out once. But if I just would have went on that 15-minute chart, it would not have stopped me out. It would be down 12 points. Nothing to write home about. Nothing, but not bad either. NQ once again came down after stopping me out. Nice of it. Came down to 885. What was my entry on that last trade? 889. So I got in late on that last one, as usual. And it's kind of bouncing up and down. So gold here, we see how it's kind of dangling. The SMA line has gone straight, but we're down below that RSI. But it's kind of expanding. This could either bounce or continue down. I know that makes no sense, but we're watching that. Crude oil. Pull back there. Crude desk opens in about 3 minutes. 3.5 minutes. Gold and crude all heading down. Both heading down. Good English. You can see TICKSTRIKE lighting up for crude in the upper right hand corner. I have crude and I have NQ up there. That was a so big move down here on crude. The only reason I didn't jump in here is because the crude desk opens in 3 minutes, and that could be I could see a major bounce. Oh God. Trying to let you hear the annoying sound that TICKSTRIKE's making for crude. I changed it to. Every time I turn on desktop audio, it stops. Everything's paused here right before the top of the hour. And Q showing some green. Top of the hour. See if we got anything. Let's watch crude here, see if it does anything. See crude popping here, popping, stopping, hopping like a rabbit. 20 ticks up. And Q continuing to try and get through this support area. We've seen 84, we've seen 85, we've seen 86. Earlier we've seen 82. Just kind of hang here below that SMA line, but not really moving much. Crude oil continuing to come down, so pop back up a little bit and now back down. Back below 111. So here's the daily, the 15-minute chart. It had been rising, excuse me, rising up most of the night, had this quick pullback here, came back up. Now we're showing red. We are showing a short signal on crude on the 15. So keep an eye on that. Get bounced off that SMA, it's heading down. There, that's the annoying sound I have on crude right now. Uh, and Q popped back up by 12 points. So back up to that 11,900 level. It doesn't want to leave. ES at 39.34. No direction right now. Well, trying to go long here. But how do I trust it? I have trust issues. ES popping. And Q trying to pop. I don't know. Me and NQ have not had a good relationship today, so I'm holding off. But of course I shouldn't have. I should have just taken it. So, about 25 minutes till the bell. See, and that's why I didn't want to take in Q. We're rangy right now. Between like 880 and 919. So about a 40-point range here. Meanwhile, gold continues to bleed down. Crude hanging right, hanging right on 111, which is right on VWAP. You can see the yellow line from VWAP. 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 Copper came up nicely here, pulled back. Natural gas up and down. And Q sending a second long signal now. Now maybe I'm a bit more interested. I don't know, it's already bit me a couple of times today. Give me a nice win too, but we're in on NQ here. Didn't quite break support, but we'll see what happens. So in retrospect, I should have just jumped on the original long signal because I got in 9 points afterwards. So that was just stupid of me. And Q's coming down. So possible bad decision on my part. Crude's continuing to come down now. Well, 40 ticks on that 111. My stop's right under not one. Yeah, my stop is right 11. Okay, I can't talk this morning at all. My stop is right under 11,900. So hopefully it can use that as support. I got some clicking coming up. I guess it didn't want to disappoint Ace. Can we get move upwards to infinity and beyond? Rejected again off that same area of my entry. So my entry's acting as resistance. Great job, Ace. Back above my entry. Cool. Glad to hear that, Ace. Love to know when you're on my side of a trade. Doesn't look like 919 is where he tried to pull up to before, couldn't get above, rejected back down. That's just where we hit now, I believe. Yep, 919 again. Let's see if we can get past it. Crude continuing to head down to 110.50. And we're back to my entry point here on this NQ trade. I have a slightly uptrending SMA line. My stop's now below that SMA line as well. SMA line's right on 11,900. So they're still holding out hope here. We're about 16 minutes till the bell. Yep, it's Monday and I'm already yawning. That's not a good sign. Hanging here right at this 918, 919 level. Can't seem to break through. Wanted to break on through to the other side. Pull back below my entry. Let's see if it bounces on the SMA line here. Good job. Excuse me. Good job, Ace. Man always gets his 2 points. Meanwhile, I'm still struggling. No luck here. No luck here today at all, except for that one trade. About ready to jump out of here if it breaks his SMA. SMA is about at 111.903. I'll jump out a little early if it breaks it. Maybe a bounce. Maybe not. Hey, maybe. Oh. There we go. Back into the positive. There we go. Now we're moving. So we're up 10 points. Still try to move up here. Crude's still moving down. Crude's lost a full point. Oops, I'm hiding signals. Crude's almost down to 110. Should have taken the short on the TCP. Got up to, we hit 28, now pulling back again to that 18, 19 area. Next major resistance should have been up at 54, but looks like we're struggling here. It's maybe a 1 minute pullback. We're about 10 minutes before the bell. Should have got out maybe when I had the chance. Back to my entry. Crude looking to break 110. Yeah, Crude just broke 110. So this Crude move was the star of the day. Move this over here. You can see off of this short signal right before the Crude desk opened. It was at 111.11. Did pop back up to 111.21, 23, but is now down. That's a $1,000 move there. Well over $1,000 move. There's another move up, but we have these bands that are curling down. That recent high is into those bands. So I don't know if we're going to be really going any further here right now. Gold with a 17 tick candle up. And NQ back down to my entry just about. NQ right at that SMA line, which moves all the way up to 911. Why these numbers are giving me trouble today. Getting a bounce. It's definitely indecisive. And right back down. That looks like it has some serious momentum to it. Yeah. And stopped out. Wow. So 20 points all of a sudden down on NQ. Oh, I've been covering all these signals. Bounced on the Bollinger, third Bollinger there. Ouch. So now we'll stay out to the open. NQ and YM continuing to come down. C are trying to. So we'll watch the 5 and the 1 minute on the NQ and ES for the open. I live second free. Big move down here on NQ. So thought about taking that short, but decided not to just because we're close to the open. Hello, Mr. Overtime Wayne. Hey, CFT. How you doing? How's the UltraBond this morning? Definitely got the place for the cool futures traders. And ace. So 30.5 minute candle here right before the open. We are about a minute and 5 seconds from the open. Fun, fun, fun. I keep telling myself on weekends I need to make videos. But on weekends I keep saying I don't feel like making videos. Hello, David Jackson. Judah. Sure, I recognize your name, David. If this is your first time, welcome. If you haven't already, I'd love if you subscribed and joined the herd. Make sure you bring some back for the rest of us, Black Beauty. As we are 15 seconds from the bell. I still forgot to add a bell sound to the stream. Darn it. Ooh, we are really cracking here. Right before the open. Move down another 5 points. There we go. Okay, wow. TICKSTRIKE is ticking in 2 different directions. Big move down here. 11 points on NQ, half a point on ES. Hey, G-Cart. Good morning. Welcome. How you doing? Hope you had a great weekend. And Q, whoa, boom, everything clicking down. Heading towards that low of the day. We just got within 4 points of the low of the day. Boy, y'all get chatty when CFT shows up. I guess I need to like have celebrities come in often. Hey, The Wire. Bounce here. God, I gotta change that sound in crude oil. Okay, so now we dropped down by 30 points, and then now we're up by 12 on NQ. ES is only up a point. Now we're a doji. Now we're back to red. And now we're all confused. Now everything is silent. The silence of the tickers. Hello, Cais. And back down. ES down 6 points. Well above its low of the day still at 9, which is 39.11. Hey, Kevin. So about 51 points down over these last 2 5-minute candles. Since the open, it's 14. Crude trying to pop back up. Oop, there goes NQ down. NQ touching its low of the day. Potentially touching it inappropriately. God, Crude's just, I gotta change that. So, about a minute and a half left on this opening 5-minute candle. We're down about 15 points on NQ and about 3 on ES. Both had big red candles right before the open. Hey, Gary. But now looks like we're going to end up very close to where we started here with no real clarity. Oops. Maybe 24 points down now in NQ. Tesla heading down. Hey, LinkedIn. I would agree, but it has its purposes. And we just broke low of the day on NQ. For those who said they're shorting, great job. New low of the day, 11,846 and a quarter. Bounced off of there though. Back up 20 points. AA Pain. Hi, Leslie. I won't dock you for that. So we ended up being green here at the for the first 5-minute candle by 3 points. It did go down by like 60. No. Yeah, by 60. No, 40. I can't do math today. About 40, I'm sorry. And now we're back to red again. Let's check what everything else is doing. So you can see the topsy-turviness on the 1-minute chart on the NASDAQ and ES. Gold came up, but hiding under VWAP. Crude oil has retraced almost all the way back up to 111. Good call. Arthur Harrelson, hello, welcome. I don't recognize your name, so if this is your first time on this stream, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Remember, folks, if you're enjoying the stream, I would appreciate you hit that like button, thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new and haven't subscribed, join the herd. I do stream every morning here at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. And stream every evening. That doesn't show up well now, does it? 7:45 Eastern. I gotta do something better about that. 7:45 Eastern on Sharevision. That link is in the video description below. Ooh, that would be bad. So it looks like we are heading short. Just jumped in on an NQ. See if I'm late or not. Tick strikes ticking. I keep forgetting I did this differently. Oh. We're at the low of the day. It's going to come back up and bite me. Yep. Yep. Got in late. It bit me. Darn it. And this is why I can never get any positive momentum. Thought we would continue to come down there, and I didn't. Bonds are very slow, but slow can be good. Here's the UltraBond chart for the over the morning. It's looking like it's lower volume today. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I see a lot of little dashes there. It's come up nicely here. 15-minute chart. Nice long signal there. It's come up 26 ticks. UB is the UltraBond. So once again, NQ just bit me. It came up, stopped me out, and then went down like I expected it to. There we go. No, there's no micro on it. They have come out with some micros on treasuries, but they have gotten like zero, I shouldn't say zero, but hardly any volume to them. Fuck me. And NQ just continues to bite me. Yeah, it would have. Not enough, not enough stop, as usual. And now it's popping up 40 points. I use a set stop. Backtesting shows a 30 by 15 works about 55% of the time. Big pop up here. Any stop would have failed because we just popped up by 50 points. Ultra awesome CFT. Really? Big move up here. So 45 and 28, 55, 65, 73 points up on NQ. Back up to VWAP. Kind of shied away from VWAP. 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 On both ES and NQ. Anyway, Jonathan, I would love to use a bigger stop, but I can't take too much risk around them blowing this the evaluation account. So I gotta limit it somewhere, even if a bigger stop would make more sense. Hey, the time and Gary 12. Welcome. So, are we going to break view up here on NQ? Oh, bounced off view up. Hi, 50 Sunni, how are you doing? Yeah, I mean, obviously, using an SMA line or a previous candle is the better way to do a stop, but it's just like, if I go too high, then I'm screwed. So, bouncing off VWAP here. Hi, RTRTR. It is kind of messy, I agree, Mr. Overtime. Crude back to about 110.59. Gold just came down, bounced up, down, left, right, A, B, start. Oh, yeah, done. Everything I've tried today on the Gauntlet account has not worked. Hey, Warriors Bay. So I'm thinking we're heading up. So I went with one MNQ, just one, with a 50-point stop. See if we continue to head up here. We're above VWAP. So we did break VWAP. Next stop. Uh, A-Pain, that's true a lot of the times, but sometimes it can be different. So we did hit a new daily low, like I said. So let's look here. What's our next? 973 is our next major resistance. Just hit that and bounce down. See, this is, you know why this is working here? Because I went a regular MNQ instead of an NQ. That would have been a nice $600 trade there, but it bounced off that 73 resistance. Right back down to my entry though. So, but that would have went. I went and got in at 49. It went up to 77. So that'd been a nice, great trade if on regular NQ. Head's falling down back under. See if it stays above VWAP. Trying to rise back up. Hello, Hebrew. Crude popping back up. Hanging here around 11,960. Hanging right around my entry now, 11,950. Just trying to get through that same resistance area. Coming back down. And back into the negative. And breaks VWAP. Will it break the SMA line as well? And down to 11,920. Looks like it's. Let's see if it bounces. Yep, it decided to break down. Stream quality okay? Just cut out on me on my phone. Okay, so we're out of this. No, it didn't hit me yet, but it's going to. Staying away from that 11,900. Here it comes. And there we go. Stopped out. That'll be my last trade of the day. We'll just continue to watch over the next hour, try and figure out where I've gone wrong so badly today. So if I just taken that short signal there, which was against my trading plan, I would already be almost 50 points in the profit. Ah, hmm. Nothing wants to go right today. It's a Monday. Started off bad and just continuing. Short signal there on crude. I have a micro crude chart. I do not. So, frustrating day, but let's see what happens. You know, you don't necessarily see these moves where up, right, and makes a uh just basically a 90-degree angle turn right down. 63 down to 55, almost a 100-point drop over the last 7 minutes. So short ended up being the order of the day, at least at this point. I thought we were, going to bounce there. We came down to 17. I thought we were heading up, and I was wrong. Big time wrong. As you can see, we're heading back down toward the low of the day. There's a new low of the day. Just broke 11,800. And bounced again at 11,794, back above 800. Try to see if we can get below 800 and stay. Making a new low of the day. Popping back up to 800 though. Popping fresh dough. So you can see here, we got the short signal here on this candle. We already had a downtrending SMA line, and it's gone to 55 points. So if I just was start again, I'm really thinking I'm going to forget the 1-minute charts and start following the 15-minute charts. Because even if I and I LOITBM reloaded too, I disagree about the mission being impossible. Anyway, as I was saying, even if I had taken this long, which was against the SMA line, I could have got 36 points to up 50, 60 points before the pullback. So both of those signals would have worked very nicely. This one would not have, well, it had a pullback, but it would have. So watching and definitely if the 15-minute chart, if I jumped in there, it pulled back by only 6 points on that one, on this 15-minute candle, and I could be up 50. Now, obviously, if I jumped in here, yeah, it would have worked as well off these short signals, but we still had an uptrending SMA line, and that usually tells me no. Crude down there 110. 800 is a sticking zone here. Of course it is. Yes, yeah, it has been going down. Had a low of 39.06. It's popped back up though. Again, the crude signal here on the 15 would have been good as well. And Q. ES did make a new daily low now. Oops, signals there. Crude. Sorry about that. It's something blocking it. Crude popping up. Q and ES trying to curl up. And we're coming back down, back below 800. Well, that's odd. Somehow I accidentally closed down my M&Q chart. Crude trying to come back down. Ah. Do I thank everyone for joining me today? I have about an hour left on the stream. Remember, I'm on every night on Sharevision as well for the Asia session, 7:45 Eastern Time. If you haven't already, I appreciate if you hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Gold just popped up by 15 ticks. NQ trying to pop up to the SMA line here. Hit a low of 1170, 1183. It's popped back up to 26. Back down. Hovering above 800. Tick strike ticking green on Tesla. Hogs are coming up. Bitcoin trying to stay above 30,000. Big green here. NQ up 30 points on this candle up to the SMA line. See if it bounces. Log signal firing. See if it gets through this SMA. And back down, maybe. So we're kind of sideways in a big range though. Doesn't look big on the chart, but it is. Gold coming down. Crude trying to send a short signal there. So we are getting a long signal now on NQ. Everything, oh my god, everything is popping here on TICKSTRIKE. And once again, Crude. So let's look at Crude here. These short signals. So the 20-point stop. Easily would have got 30 there. And easily would have got 30 there. $30 there. Sometimes I think I'm an idiot. That one wouldn't have worked. See how beautiful that would have been there. Pull back a little bit. And we're coming back up to VWAP on NQ. Hanging right on VWAP on ES. Rolled up to VWAP. See, the most recent high is 1855.7. We're at 1855.1. Copper's been moving up nicely. So let's check everything here. So we can see, let's put the Bollingers on here. This is NQ for the day. That's interesting. This is the 5-minute chart. Nice. So I was here. 5-minute chart looks a lot better than the 15-minute chart, but so here was two big mistakes on my part. If you see this orange outer band, that is a four standard deviation band. Whenever it hits that, it almost guaranteed to reverse. And you can see how we reversed here. Hit that, say about 831, and came all the way up to 977. So it was a 140 point bounce off this band. Now it came back down, of course, back under the SMA line. So once I got back under the SMA line on this candle, that'd been a good indication to get in. But once again, you see it hit this band, and this time it hit at about 11,793, which is where I was playing around, and it bounced. This candle closed at 43. So that's a 50 point bounce, and then it went up even further to 894. So these are two over 100 point bounces that I could have played off that fourth standard deviation band. Unfortunately, I didn't set up the alerts for the fourth standard deviation band, but if you see when it hits those bands, it almost always retraces. Even here, I mean, this candle still ended up being a red candle and went down the next candle. But you can see here, it hit that band at 969 and reversed by 30 points. Hey, John, my trading is absolutely atrocious today. How are you doing? And you can see this one bounced from 987 up to 33. So anytime it hits that fourth band, you're almost guaranteed a bounce. If I had played those bounces, we'll be golden. So NQ up, down. This is a 49 point 1 minute candle here. And then it pulled all the way back to the SMA line, and then another 27 point candle here, still hanging below VWAP. ES, 6 point candle there, trying to head up. Crude still coming down, maybe to that 108.77 target that Black Beauty talked about. And no RJ today. RJ's missing. Ace got his 2 points and left. Just kidding, he's probably listening. Excellent, John. Gold's above VWAP. Sorry, I got quiet. There's a lot on my mind today, and I apologize. So just looked at, of all things, soybeans, and look at that. Now I have alerts on this, but I wasn't paying attention. Look at that move down at the open there on soybeans, and this is something else I'm going to be looking at when looking at 15-minute charts. Will include agriculture. This was a 91 tick move at $6 a tick. So what's nine times 6 is 54. So yeah, so if that was a $540 move down, you can see it's actually still coming down. But we also have NQ coming down here, 52-point candle. So real quick, back to agriculture. You can see soybeans, soybean oil. We had a quick move down on corn, but it bounced. But yeah, these would have been good moves to catch. I have to figure out how to keep track of these 15-minute alerts better. I'm not sure exactly how yet, but I'll figure it out. I just don't have enough screen space. I mean, I could get away from the 1-minute charts altogether, but I'm not sure how exciting that would be for a stream. Although, I mean, like here, if I was jumping into this, as much as you might not all be on soybeans, watching a $500 trade, it would be exciting. So I gotta figure this all out. So you can see we bounced back up by 36. About half an hour left on the stream, and now we're popping back up. Wow, so a 60-point candle up. Bouncing off VWAP though. So when we start getting huge candles like this, these 50-point and 60-point candles, things get hard to trade. Because, I mean, maybe if you jumped in through that candle, obviously you probably could have got something, especially if you're not using a stop. Because it could be jumping up and down inside that candle. But it almost always pulls back after a big candle like that. You can see this was a 46-point candle pullback, 60-point candle pullback, 49-point candle pullback. So whenever you see a huge candle like that, it's like you're thinking you want to jump in. We have momentum, and we don't. Usually, you know, there's a sellers rush. The opposite direction rushes in to take advantage there for a bit, and then we might go. Now, see, we're breaking above VWAP. There's another 34-point candle. So in two candles, we've gone up 80 points, 84. But where is it safe and at what stop? That's the question. Since the low, we've come up about 140 points. Well, 15 minutes would have been good on definitely these wick downs. Send me this short signal here. That would have been choppy, though it would have worked eventually. If I got in here in 1901, it would have popped all the way back up to 928. And I mean, I can deal with a 30-point stop, I guess, at least on MNQ, and then down. Now it's sending a long signal on the 15. Do we want to jump on that with a micro, maybe? It is just kind of hanging on this SMA. It's already going up 39 points. This 15-minute candle just started 3 minutes ago, so we'll see. See here, this short signal fired here, pulled back by about 30, and then down by 70, and then another 45. So I don't know. Well, I gotta adjust. I gotta start following a trading plan in some way or another. If we chart out MQ since the open on the 1 minute, let's do that quick. Now, not since the open, but since I would have got up here, I was already staring at the screen here, and that would have given us 30. I don't know, 4 hour for intraday trading just doesn't seem great because I gotta make sure the position's closed. Then I might have tried to jump in here as well, and this one would have been bad. I would have stopped out. And I don't know, here, jumping in here, it would not have worked either, not even for 15. Oh, it would have worked for 15. So if I was shooting for 15, which I sometimes do before 8 o'clock, you can see this long signal fired here, and I should have, we were already white. This would have gave me at least 30. And then I did not jump on that, which was good, because we only went up about 5 points. I was looking for a break of support. We kind of double topped there. This is where I got frustrated. I think maybe wait, was this the one I actually did catch some? Yeah, I catch some of this, but not nearly enough. And I should have been short of it because we double topped here basically and failed. So you see, could have got. I think I did get most of that. Okay, looked a bigger move, but so we got our 30 points there. Didn't take that long. I think this one faked me out. I should have waited for a break of resistance and didn't. And looks like it would have given me 15 if I had gotten right in. Then here's this long signal right before the open I was trying to play with. Would have went 15. I don't know. I hate running one to one, but I'm starting to think I need to run 15 by 15 to try and get the best possible outcomes here. So this would have given me 15. And after the open, I tried to go short, but no, this was right before the open. So it sent me that short signal right before the open, and I should have taken it because it never reversed more than 10 points from there. Then I didn't take this one because the line was still blue. Oh, but I could have jumped in here. Sorry. And that would have got me 30 with very little risk. And then here I hesitated, but I'm starting to think, yeah, we'll see if I jumped in on this one that wick up would have knocked me out. Now obviously the better, someone mentioned better stops, wider stops, or why did I place my stop there? And, I usually try and keep 15. And obviously 15 would have stopped me out, but 18 wouldn't have. And obviously the better place to place this stop would have been above that prior candle, which was, would have been 30. And that would have kept me in that trade, or 25, something like that. That would have kept me in that trade, and I could have got almost 100 points. So it's like, I would trade totally differently with different parameters than what we got with these evaluation firms. But I mean, without the evaluation firm, I couldn't be trading at all. So I mean, here, this this long signal works, but this was this candle reversed 23 points first. Putting the stop at the SMA line is a 38 point stop. So I mean, 30 points would have worked. But if I'm using a regular NQ, I'm not willing to do a $900 risk. Now I can do that with a micro. And so far we've come up about 38 points or so. These are the conundrums that I face. Conundrums, I say, conundrums. Crude oil down to 109.24. Still heading toward that 108.77. Black Beauty, remind me, where did you get that number from? What do you use? Gold, sending a signal, but right to that SMA line. Everything kind of slowing down a bit now. So if we look at the bigger charts, I mean, it does look like we're kind of sideways, but there were opportunities here. Like I said, we hit these bands. That's frustrating, and we do have the long signal on the 15-minute chart. We can see it's pulling back. So the other thing with taking these signals off the 15-minute, I think you need to look at the 1-minute chart then to look for your entry. Like you can see it's pulling back. Just pulled back 30 points more. So you don't want to just jump in. Like if this candle was ending right here, you wouldn't want to just jump in as it's pulling back just because the long signal was firing and it made sense where it was firing. But now, it bounces off this SMA line, heads up, and or whatnot, then yeah. But right now it's breaking the SMA, we're coming down. Actually, it might even take that. Yeah, wow. So that green candle and then Q just went red that quickly. And we are still, we have this downtrending SMA. So let's look at the other time frames, 30-minute. See how the 30-minute bounced kind of off that SMA? 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart really doesn't provide direction. Let's see. Someone mentioned a 4 hour chart. Let's look at it. 4 hour chart really isn't telling me a lot. Now, 4 hour chart, actually, signals often work very well. I mean, here you can see this short signal would have worked, although that would have been the end of the day. Oh no, it's 1300. But they don't fire often. But when they do, I mean, like short signal there in the 4 hour, the next 4 hours it went down 338 points. Same here. So they often work. It's just often also have to look at how much do they pull back when they don't work. Yeah, honestly, that's some great looking signals there. Obviously, they don't fire every day. The gold today, if you look at the 4 hour, I mean, 4 hour, I'm saying 4 hour, look at the 15-minute here at 8:30, we had a signal fire, 8:45. This would have been, this could have been a 5 points down. That's a lot of charts, Appleseed. You can see here, this is gold. This would have worked. This would have worked. This short signal here, obviously, there was a pullback, and we already were still in the upward trend on the 15. So I wouldn't have taken that there. But this was a perfect placement. This buy signal was perfect placement above the SMA and an uptrending SMA. This short signal was an uptrending SMA, so I wouldn't have taken it, and you can see it failed. And of course, this long signal, now this was an interesting one. First of all, I have no idea what happened on this candle, on this opening candle. But anytime after a candle like that, I'm wary of signals. And you can see this one pulled back to the SMA line. And I should have got in once it bounced. Right here. This would have been a nice little trigger candle up, so on and so forth. Platinum's another one I'm looking at. I like the lower tick value of it. These would have scared me. You see the pullback, but once it turned blue, this would have been perfect. Nice move up here. There's a beautiful trend up. I do believe, you know, I still struggle with trading. I'm still shocked at how many people tune in to see me struggle. I shouldn't say you don't tune in to watch me struggle. But I'm saying, you know, I have as many good days as bad days right now yet. But I do believe that that's going to change. But it still surprises me that people tune in to. I'm not what I would consider a successful trader. So I do thank you for your support and continuing to watch my journey. Pulling back big on NQ here. 40 points on these last two candles. But anyway, Appleseed. I don't look at the daily chart much, but I do try to look at uh, I'm starting to look at like the 15 and the high, 15 and some of the others. Now, I don't know. 5 minute chart also gets me interested. Obviously 5 minute. Ooh, what's the heck's clicking? Yeah, this tick strike definitely gets your attention. Ouch. 30, so 50 points back up. And right now, I'm just not sure that trading is advised. Now you see how this came down right into this band and bounced. So that was perfect bounce there. But I mean, we're dealing with 30 and 20 and 40 point candles here, and that makes it hard to trade unless maybe you're brave enough to go without a stop for like 5 point scalps. And then pulling back again by 8.5. All right, back to the 5 minute. You can see the 5 minute here would have been beautiful. This would have been a great long. This would have been a great short. This would have been a good long. And the other thing about a higher time frame on a 1 minute, oftentimes you might see a big wick down and small body, and it may or may not mean anything. Whereas on the higher time frames, if you see a candle like this, it often means it's a reverse. It is a reversal candle, etc. Not always this one, but this was a 3 bar, basically a 3 bar, but didn't go. So I don't know, I keep playing with all these different things, and then I don't follow any of my strategies and just try and jump in somewhere and get blow myself out with a $300 loss. You know, you can see how here, like this short signal here, I would have been hesitant to tank because we're still uptrending with the SMA. But if I had taken it as soon as we got two blue lines, so oh, so enter here. Even that's little. How much did that reverse? Actually, see, that would not have been great at all because that was a 25-point reversal before it went. But if I could have done 25, if I was willing to hang in for 25, or maybe better, they did something to these. But see, this is like a 130-point move. So let's look at that entry there, 2:30 my time on the 1 minute chart. Turn back time. So this is about here. So I kind of actually would have been confident enough to get in here. Let me just see that. So let's say I jumped in there. That's interesting. No, obviously I wasn't awake at this time. 10-point stop would have got me 20, 25, almost 25 points. But if I had stayed in trying for 30, that would have stopped me out over here. We had this reversal up to here, basically a double top with this 1206. And then would have went. So depending on what I was looking for. Normally I'm looking for 15 or 20, so that would have worked, although I'm working off a higher time frame. Now again, also the other thing is maybe, kind of like what Appleseed's saying. Look for direction on the higher time frames, 5 or 15 or whatever. Oh, how do we get all the way back there? And then only like here. So we're at a short on, from here, we're short. So only look for shorts on the lower time frame. So 20 points there. Obviously a lot more than 20 points here. Well, let's go back to and here, so on and so forth. We have something going on though. So here I just kind of ignored this as I was talking, but you can see we just dropped down by 25 points. And 25 points. These are the exact same size candles, 25.75, 25.75. So 50 points dropped under VWAP. And pops right back up. Again, it's very hard to I mean, if I had taken this first short signal, this would have got me 25 points, but right back up with 27. And even though it doesn't look like it, we are kind of rangy. I mean, up that it's a big range, but it's rangy nonetheless. So looking at the 5 minute touched that fourth band as well on ES and on the 15. So that was, you know, right there. Fourth band touch at around 39.06 and it went all the way up to 39.50. So that was a 44-point reversal, $2,200 just by playing that, hitting that band. You shouldn't hit bands. They don't like that. They stop playing music. So see, now NQ again looks like it wants to come down. kind of sideways on ES. We're almost at the end of the stream. I'm not going to take any more trades. Gold with the short signal there. Everything's kind of quieted down. Oh, I said that too soon. So the journey to become a successful, consistent, disciplined trader is not easy. And I'm still on that journey. I feel like I'm close. But there's days I feel like I want to quit too. Wow, look at that bounce on corn. Of all things, corn. First of all, look at that move down on corn. Let's look at the bands. It got down into that band, almost to the fourth band, and that's where it bounced. You see it was below the bands on the RSI. That short would have been dangerous to take there. But then this nice bounce and this long signal here, been a good signal as well. Crude. Hey folks, I think that's what we're going to call it for today. Do want to thank everyone for joining me. Fortunately, it was not a good day, and I apologize for that. But I hope everyone else is having a great day, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Remember, I'm on Sharevision tonight, 7:45 Eastern. Link is in the video description below. And then back here tomorrow morning at 7:30 for hopefully some better action tomorrow. Thank everyone for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, I'll love if you hit the thumbs up button. Remember, we do stream every morning on YouTube and Twitch from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every evening on Sharevision from 7:45 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. and every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Also, I'd love to have you follow me on social media. We're on Twitter at MightyOxTrading, Instagram at MightyOxTrading, and Reddit at r/oxmarkettrading. Have a great day.